did not expect to see this story today. Matter of fact, it's the last story I expected to see. So it says here that Scarlett Johansson is suing Disney for breach of contract over Black Widow release. Okay, so I'm shocked. It says here Disney's decision to release Black Widow on Disney Plus at the same time it hit theaters has sparked a legal battle with Scarlett Johansson, the actress tasked with playing the Marvel superhero. In a lawsuit filed Thursday in Los Angeles Superior Court, attorneys for Johansson alleged that the star's contract was breached when the studio opted not to debut the film exclusively in theaters, a move they claim depressed ticket sales for the Avengers spinoff. They may definitely be right about that. Much of Johansson's compensation was tied to the box office performance of Black Widow. If it hit certain benchmarks, bonuses would kick in. And I knew that's where it was going. I was like, this definitely has to do with certain percentages on the back end of box office and stuff like that. Disney intentionally induced Marvel's breach of agreement without justification in order to prevent Ms. Johansson from realizing the full benefit of her bargain with Marvel. The suit reads, Disney announced in March that Black Widow, among several of its 2021 films, would premiere simultaneously on the studio's subscription-based streaming service for a premium $30 price and on the big screen as the movie theater industry rebounded from COVID-19. On July 9th, Black Widow set a pandemic-era box office record with this, okay, because set two, that doesn't sound right. With its $80 million in North America and earned an additional $78 million overseas and $60 million on Disney Plus. Ticket sales steeply declined in subsequent weeks and currently stand at $319 million globally, putting Black Widow on track to become one of the lowest grossing Marvel movies of all time. So she ain't having it. Shortly after its debut, the National Association of Theater Owners, the industry's main trade organization, asserted that the simultaneous release of Black Widow in the theaters and on streaming cost Disney money in revenue per viewer over the life of the film. However, the suit notes that Disney's stock rose after the company disclosed the rental figures. Disney chose to placate Wall Street investors and pad its bottom line rather than allow its subsidiary Marvel to comply with the agreement, the suit reads. To no one's surprise, Disney's breach of agreement successfully pulled millions of fans away from the theaters and toward its Disney Plus streaming service. The Wall Street Journal, which broke the news of the lawsuit, reports that sources close to Johansson's estimate that the decision to release the film concurrently on Disney Plus resulted in $50 million in losses of bonuses. Johansson's legal salvo comes to a new distribution paradigm, and the COVID-19 pandemic is reshaping the way that A-list actors are paid for their work. Many top actors include back-end profit participation as part of their contracts, but the rise of streaming services such as Netflix has removed those forms of compensation, and the decision by traditional movie studios like Warner Bros. And Disney to release films on their own in-house subscription services. Mm-hmm. And they have not commented. Yeah. No one's commenting. Makes sense. I mean, I see her concerns. Says here, her legal team said that the representatives were worried that Black Widow would debut on Disney Plus before the coronavirus brought life to a standstill. As part of the suit, they share emails from the Star's management group that asked the studio to guarantee that Black Widow would premiere exclusively in cinemas. In response, Marvel chief counsel promised a traditional theatrical bow, while adding, "We understand that should the plan change, we would need to discuss this and with you and come to an understanding, as the deal is based on a series of very large box office bonuses." So, well, I get it. I went to see it in the theaters. I went to see it in 4DX. And for the most part, enjoyed myself. I really like the 3D 4DX. I really like the 4DX. I'm telling you, I enjoyed it. Like skydiving parts and stuff like that, stuff with the wind. And I'm telling you, it works. It really works. Guys, to me, that's the best experience for it. Okay, if not in the theater, but if not 4DX theater. Trust me on this. Trust me. Post your comments down below and let me know what you think about this little debacle. 10 million subscribers.